Hello, I'm John, KJ5ORD, and I'm the Public Information Officer for the North Central Arkansas Amateur Radio Service. NCARS is a amateur radio club, or ham radio club, in and around Searcy, Arkansas. Amateur radio or ham radio is a unique and diverse hobby. It allows everyday people who have taken the time to go and get their amateur radio or ham license to talk to other hams within their community, across their state, through their nation, and across the globe. It is truly a global hobby. In order to get your license, you do have to get an FCC license. That process, though, is pretty easy. The first thing that you have to have is a desire to be a ham, to want to talk to other people to help your community in disasters. Whatever your reason is, you have to have that desire. Once you get the desire, you'll need to study. And there are multiple ways to do that. At the lowest license level, which is the technician level, there are 426 questions in the test pool. Those are divided into 35 sections. Now, you are not going to have to take a test with all 426 questions. Your test will only have 35 questions, but they will be drawn from that pool of 426. One way to do it is via a book. Two typical books that we see are the Gordon West book or ARRL book. The Gordon West and ARRL both have a kind of a textbook that as you read, it explains the principle and the thoughts behind the questions, and then gives you the questions and the answers. There is also a book out there that's by the ARRL that's strictly questions and answers. It takes all of those 426 questions, lists them, lists their answers, and what the answer is. And it may give a small snippet as to why that is the answer. But the Q&A book does not go into much detail as to why the answer to this question is B. ARRL, ARRL.org, has study resources on their website. You can also go to QRZ.com and take the practice test there. Or eham.net also has practice tests on their website. These are all different ways that you can do it on your own. You can contact your local club, and they may have a study session or a class that they'll be putting on to teach people how to be a ham radio operator. So, you've done your studying, and you're ready. You know you're going to pass. It's time to take your test. Well, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to schedule your test or find out someone who's giving a test. The best ways to do that are to go onto the ARRL's website, like I said, ARRL.org, and in their licensing tab, there's a section there that will put you in contact, or that you can click on to find a test site in your area. You can also contact your local club. Each club is different. Some will give a one-on-one test. Some will have a test once a month. My club, we typically can give test sessions anytime we meet. So the second Thursday of a month at our face-to-face meetings, Saturdays when we meet for breakfast, we can typically give a test if we know that we've got a person who's interested. We do always ask, and I always tell people in regards to the other clubs as well, make contact with them to ensure that the day you want to test, the guy who gives the test or is the coordinator is available. For us, if our coordinator isn't available, then we can make arrangements that all the paperwork can be given to another person, and that person will coordinate the test for that session. So, okay, you've done that. You studied. You're ready to take it. You've contacted someone, and you're going to go take the test on whatever day you decided on. Well, when you show up, one of the first things that you're going to be given is a test sheet, is your answer sheet. You'll fill this out. Relatively simple. You know, we've all taken tests. Filling it out is easy to do. Oh, I will tell you a little secret. My club uses a template, basically holes punched in the paper. So where the answers are, it'll be a hole. We line up the dots and be able to tell what you answered, if it was correct or not. So what we recommend is that you blacken out or color up your answer instead of circling. That way it shows up better through the template. So that's a little secret for our club, and probably most clubs how they're doing it out there. So you've got your answer sheet ready, your examiners. And, let me back up. Your test will be conducted by at least 3 what we call VEs, volunteer examiners. That's just the process that we go through. They're not going to be breathing over your shoulder. They're just there to ensure the integrity of the test. You've got your answer sheets done. You're ready. Sitting in front of you. Please don't freak out that there's 50 on here. Okay. The higher license level, the extra class, requires 50. 50 question test. Your test will only be 35. So test sheet ready. You're ready to go. We'll give you the test. All right. The nice thing about this test, it is not timed. Take as much time as you need to answer it and get your right answers down. If you have a question about the test or about the question that you're on, please ask one of the VEs. They can explain the question so that you understand it. They cannot give you the answer, but they can explain it hopefully in a way that will enable you to understand what's being asked. So, all right, you've taken the test, you got it all done, you've turned your answer sheet in. All 3 VEs will score your test. They'll verify your answers, and hopefully you'll see them pull out this piece of paper here, the Certificate of Successful Completion of Exam. This is a document. It will go into the ARRL and be part of your paperwork saying that you have passed the test. This is what you can go and show all your friends. Hey, look, I passed. If you're already an amateur radio operator and you're upgrading, this is your verification that you can operate at higher privileges than what you had previous. So, good thing to have at the technician level. You will not be able to get on the radio yet because you won't have a call sign. Within a week, depending upon when your testing group submits their paperwork, it could be 1 to 4 weeks before your call sign appears in the FCC database. Once it does, you can go online and print off your license, and once you get your call sign, you can get on the radio and start talking to other hams out there. I hope this has answered some of your questions. If not, I'd be happy to answer what questions you may have now. Thank you.